Hello friends, in this video we'll discuss about student login API. Back to editor. Inside last video we had created registration API. By the help of that we had created some students and saved inside our table. Now this time inside login API we'll pass email address value and password inside form data. First we need to validate that email and password exist inside table. If it exists, it means student exists, then we need to create a Sanctum token value. Let's go back to editor, open the student controller class. And to work with login API, we'll work on this login method. This method we hit using post request type and pass form data. We can access form data by using this request object. So what are the steps we need to follow here? First, all about data validation. Next, student check, it means the password and email exist inside table. If it exists, then we will generate Sanctum token. And finally, we'll have our response. So these are the steps what we need to follow inside this login method. So let's start with validation. So request validate method. Inside login API, we need to pass email value and password. So here email and password. These all fields are required. So required will be our form validation rule. So copy and paste in front of this password, and also the email value what we use inside for this field should be a valid email value. So pass one more validation rule, that is email. So after validation, now next we need to check all about student existence. So here I will use the concept of model. So student where method, let's email. We can get the email value from request body, so email, and I will use first method. So whenever the student exists with this email value, so it will return a student object. After that we need to go here and let's say if not empty, it means the student object exists, student data exists inside table. So after that we need to validate password. So here let's say if hash, I will use check method. Look at IntelliSense or hint section, we need to pass first all about the value. This is plain text value. This value we can access from request body. So request password. In the second value we can see we need to pass hashed value, and this hashed value we can get from database table by using this student object. So here student and password. So what basically we are doing here, we are simply checking all about this student password from request body password, and we are using the concept of hash check method. So inside this if block, it means student exists with this email value and password, then we need to generate the Sanctum token value. So first let's go outside of this if block, return response JSON person array, let's say status equals to false, and message, let's say student does not exist. So this is all about student check. Now here inside this if block, after this if block, again we have our error response, and that is for password didn't match. Let's go here and change message, that is password didn't match. If you go inside if block, it means student exists with this valid email value as well as valid password. Now we need to generate a Sanctum token value. So before generate, we need to go inside student model. So let's go inside app, models folder, open student.php. So first we need to tell our model that by using the concept of object of this model, we'll generate a Sanctum token value. So here use hash factory, along with I will also use has API tokens. Once we use that, we can see automatically it is imported from Laravel Sanctum as API tokens. Let's go here, and here let's say token equals to, by using this student object, we can call a method called create token. By using create token, we can generate a Sanctum token value. Now inside create token method, we need to pass our token name. So let's say my token, and this create token method will generate the token value into different formats. So we want to access only the plain text token value. So here plain text token. And finally, after generating token value, we need to return a response here. So let's return response JSON status equals to true, message equals to, let's say login successful, and token equals to token. So successfully. This is all about the API logic of login method. Now let's do a quick unit testing. So let's open api.php file. So I will go inside routes folder, api.php. We need to open login API route. Let's start development server. So php artisan serve. Copy this project URL. Needs to go inside Postman, open a new tab, select post request type, API and login. Let's go inside headers, pass accept here. Value application JSON. Without any value, I will click on send button. Now we can see validation error messages. Now let's pass some value inside form data, that is email and password. So inside this email, I'm using a valid email value, but this value does not exist inside our table. Let's click on send button. Now we can see student does not exist. If I back to table, let's pass a valid email value. So vikas@gmail.com, I will copy, pass it here. Now this time we have a valid email and password according to our database table. Click on send button. Now we can see login successful, and here inside this token variable we are getting a Sanctum token value. Let's go to our table, and here inside that, if we go inside personal access tokens, we can see here we have one entry. Click on that. Now we can see this is all about tokenable type. It means this is the model which is generated token value, tokenable ID equals to 1. It means student ID 1, the first user has generated this token. This is all about the token name what we have given inside our code, and this is the token value. So successfully, whenever we generate any Sanctum token value, it will go and store inside these personal access tokens. Let's again go back to our Postman. So if I click on send button again with the same details, it will generate a new token value. And if we go and look closer to this token value, so here we have one pipe, and this is the token value. So every time when we click on this send button, this one value will be auto incremented. Let's click on it. So I'm clicking just one. We can see here we have the 2 value, 3 value, 4 value. It means that if we go and reload this personal access tokens, now we can see that tokenable type, it means this model is generating our token value of student ID 1. This is the token name, and these are the tokens values. So every time when we generate a new token of the same detail, it will go and add a prefix here. Let's generate a token value of our second number student. Let's open into a new tab, go to students. I will copy the student data from here. Just go and let's copy, open into a new tab, login API, post, headers, accept, application JSON. Needs to go inside body, form data, email, password, if I copy the email address, password we know from 1 to 6, click on send button. Now we can see that this is fifth number prefix. It means that this is the token number 5. If I go to database, now let's go inside our personal access tokens, and this is our student ID called 3. Click here. So we can see that inside this tokens table, now we have one more entry with this student ID 3. This is the token name and token value. So successfully we can see that by using student details inside login API and also the concept of create token method, we are generating the token value. Now here we have a question. Question is that, okay, we have a token value, but where we can use this token value? In our coming videos, when we work over protected methods, it means let's go to editor, open api.php. So here we can see that here we have a group of routes, and these routes are known as protected routes. To access all these routes, we need a Sanctum token value. So that token value, it means this is the token value we need to pass inside header, inside authorization key. We check that if this token value is valid, then we can easily access these methods. Otherwise, we'll have a response called unauthorized. So this is all about the concept of login API. So successfully, by the help of this video, now we have completed one more API. So in the next video, we'll discuss some more development concept. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.